No. Live from Camden. Good evening, everybody. BFA Sports presents Camden basketball here, where the Camden Panthers are going to take on Seneca, the Golden Eagles. Live and exclusive here on BFA. Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Lozzi, along with Coffee Jones. 7-2 Camden is, but let's talk about after the 6-0 start. They go down to South, and a lot better competition, and they had a couple rough patches there.
Well, they did, and I felt like they got out-hustled. You know, the big guys, they played as well as they can. You talk about Bradshaw, the 7-footer. He was a monster inside, but the other guys have to come back and help him, and rebounding was a big key. I know Coach Brunson, you talk about it. He may call a timeout early in this game. He wants his team to play harder and rebound because you're not going to beat the elite teams in the country or even in the state if you don't play hard and clean the glass.
Of course, we'll talk about the other side, Seneca, but right now back to the high, as they like to call themselves here. You know, there's a whole lot of star power on this team. I mean, where do you want to start? So, I mean, you want to start with DJ, we'll start with DJ, but, you know, you also got the big guy in the middle.
Aaron Bradshaw's been a monster. You talk about him, 30 blocks on the season, 51 rebounds. He's cleaning the glass. He's erasing shots, and that allows them to get to that full court pressure defense. They can extend all the way from baseline to baseline because they know they got the big fella Bradshaw behind them to clean up any mistakes. The problem was in those two losses, there was other bigs, 3, 4s, and 5s that came back, and when Bradshaw went to block a shot or alter a shot, somebody else got a rebound and got a putback.
It didn't do that much to harm their national ranking, though. Camden's still in the top 5.
They still are. I've seen them fall as low as 2, anywhere to 4 or 5 or anything like that. But right now, this is the top team still in the state of New Jersey. And for right now, Seneca's got their hands full.
With a 2-6 record, the Golden Eagles come in here. It's a tough place to play, especially when Camden is in the top 5 in the country. It'll be the Camden Panthers and the Seneca Golden Eagles that's coming up next here on BFA.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
It's so easy. They basically said, look, you can get a no money down lease. Sunrun comes in, puts in the panels, puts in the batteries, takes care of everything. And the price that you pay for your electricity is going to end up being cheaper than what you're going to get from the utility. So to my mind, it's a no-brainer. I actually can't wait to go out and tell my friends about this.
Nobody does it better. Pregame here in Camden, and now for the starting lineups tonight.
Good evening. Yesterday, I want to recognize one of our kids. We obviously thank you guys for your support throughout this difficult time. But our guy, DJ Wagner, scored 1,000 points yesterday.
Well, that was a surprise. Rick Brunson, who doesn't tell anybody anything anyway, acknowledging that DJ Wagner with 1,000 points in his career, and that was yesterday. Now to the starting lineups.
For the Seneca High School War Eagles under head coach Wilder. Wearing 0, Sam Justice. Number 23, Tyler Kelly. Number 24, Grant Severin. Number 32, Kayleen Roseborough. And number 44, Tierney Blessing. And now starting from your Camden Panthers. Number 1, Sion Knightley. 6'7" junior, number 35, Dacia Haskins. 7' junior, number 2, Aaron Bradshaw. 6'3" junior, number 21.
Yo, we gotta come here on the webcam for a second. We gotta fix something.
And 6'4" senior, number 5, Elijah Perkins.
Hey, here we are. As we are courtside, as we get ready to start this one. Camden coming in at 7-2. As we mentioned, those 2 defeats were down south in other tournament play.
Yep.
But now they're in the Olympic National. This is a division game, and Camden is expected to roll right through this division. So how does Seneca compete tonight?
Well, you got to slow the game down. You got to try to keep Camden from getting turnovers. Their pressure defense that they've used all season long is deadly. It caused some issues early on against those teams down there in Florida, Mount Verde Academy, but they had offensive rebounds. You looked at, I watched the replay of that game. Offensive rebounds killed Camden. When Bradshaw was going to block shots, nobody was coming back to recover. They were getting second chance points. If Seneca could do something like that, make some shots when they get them open, you never know.
Transition game as well really hurt Camden, which is a surprise because they've got the legs to run with anybody in the country.
Yes, they can, and yes, they will.
So we'll see the officials tonight. Referee is Tim Malloy, Stacy Scott, and Frank Thiel are the officials that drew the assignment tonight here in our game, Camden and Seneca. And how about the jerseys?
Yeah, they're going with the all-gold jerseys. Seneca got the Notre Dame type of color scheme.
Interesting. And off the tap, we're underway tonight here on BFA. And Camden, as we mentioned before, Sion Medley, and that's him out top. No good. Bradshaw missed the floorboard, and Seneca comes away with it. It's Sam Justice, the starting guard. Tyler Kilm, Grant Sevening, Caleb Roseborough, and Tiernan Blessy are the starting 5. And that was Kilm taking a look. One thing certain, off the top, Coach Weiler of Seneca might want to choke the clock a little bit. There's a turnover.
That's the problem. They start off the game with a turnover. Turnovers and offensive rebounds is going to kill any level of basketball, any team.
And we got a whistle underneath and a foul called against Seneca. So on Tiernan Blessy, that's his first personal foul. First minute of the game here tonight on BFA. Camden and Seneca. There are the starting lineups brought to you by RK Chevrolet of Island. There were the starting lineups. Came and went. Non-shooting foul. Panthers in possession underneath. No score early on. That's the Sheer Perkins. Medley, who's already 0 for 1 from the field tonight. Exercising a little patience. Bradshaw turning in the lane. No good, but all Panthers underneath, and that's Wagner with a board. And that's a 3, and down that goes. Thank you, Mark Zumoff. The Sheer Hawkins.
3 points off a second chance opportunity. DJ Wagner gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out, and get a wide open 3-point shot.
Haskins gives the Panthers the early lead. That's Grant Sevening. He and Tyler Kilm out top. Nearly a turnover. Kilm now facing the double team, and you see the pressure, Coffee. It's just what triggers them to come out like that. And Coach Brunson said it's ball pressure from from 0 to 60 like that.
Well, he has his guys trained and in shape. You see the length and athletic ability, being able to get in the stands, widen your base, and move your feet.
Seneca is patient, though, and that's Kilm. Too strong. Rebound to the Panthers. This is Wagner, open floor, and a kick out. Now fire the three. Short. And a rebound for Roseboro. Sam Justice, junior guard. Good ball handler. There's a reach in. It wasn't called. Medley, there comes the double team, but Justice gets through it, and he finds Sevening underneath. The shot was blocked. Seneca keeps control.
Blocked by who else? Aaron Bradshaw, his 31st of the season.
This is Tyler Kilm trying to penetrate, and Bradshaw.
I don't know how the volleyball program is here in Camden High, but that coach may want to see if they can steal a few spikes and kills from Bradshaw as well.
Right by Deshir Haskins. Good crowd tonight. This is Kilm's three, and it's good.
There we go.
And the game is tied.
Be able to knock down the shot.
So, looks like we're going to go to a radio play-by-play. What do you think? It's just us two.
Hey, look at this pretty face on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Here's Wagner off the screen. That three spills out. Rebound fought for underneath, and Sevening ties the game. So we're even at 5 with 4:20 to go here in the first quarter tonight on BFA.
DJ Wagner, 2 offensive rebounds already, and that makes 5 second chance points for the Camden Panthers.
One's a floorboard, and that's the disconcerting thing, that if you're going to get a fighter's chance here, as Kilm's three is too strong. And a rebound out to the high.
I like what I'm seeing out of Kilm, though. He's not afraid to put shots up.
Haskins penetration. No good. Blessy pulls the board down. Go ahead.
No, it's a great defense by Blessy. Just goes straight up. Keeps the hands vertical. The referees have the no call.
Active hands. Who else but Medley?
Look at the
Justice has it, hits the floor as he gives it up. And they get it back out to Tyler Kilm. The junior needed a screen from Blessy, needs another screen. And patience, too. You know, again, no shot clock. We talk about it every week. Obviously, this is to the benefit of any opponent of Camden.
Yeah, you want to slow this game down, limit possession, try to keep the game in the 40s. Those are the 2 games that they lost down in Florida against both of those academies. They scored in the 40s, 40 points and 48.
Now we're looking at Kilm. Haskins blocked him out. Sevening tried on Wagner, had to give it up, and then there's a turnover. Bradshaw, is he going to do it? Oh, yeah.
Why would you expect anything less?
And we've got a timeout. It's Camden's first. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. 7-5, Camden in front, and we get our first jam of the night.
I think we'll have a few more with the athletes that you see in those Camden High purple and gold jerseys. They can play above the rim.
Talk about above the rim. I mean, that wasn't even one of those classic dunks. I mean, that hand was too high.
Yeah,
Isn't there an art to it?
Look, at 7 foot, you don't really have to jump too high. His vertical doesn't have to be much higher than mine, but at 7 foot with that wingspan, just the slightest bounce, and he's off the ground and above the rim.
First quarter tonight here on BFA. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, and the BFA Sports crew tonight. Camden High School basketball, live, presented by Sunrun. 2-point lead for the Panthers and the full court. Justice almost walked Kilm. They got it through.
Get the ball to the middle of the floor in the press. You get a wide open shot. You just got to knock it down.
Sevening missed everything. And Wagner is something special. He didn't get it, but he did everything, and then there was the follow Bradshaw with the tip. He's got 4, and it's a 9-5 lead for Camden. And there's that pressure defense and a 2-hand jam.
Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. I've talked about it, and I'm going to continue to preach it.
Now that time, Grant Sevening thought Tyler Kilm was going to actually go back behind the line because you can pass it behind the line, but Kilm didn't, and the ball went out of bounds, so it'll go back to Camden. And they're going to talk about where they're going to put it. They should put it back because it was after a made basket. This should be Camden basketball. Coach Brunson is wanted to be the 6th man on the court. Bradshaw spinning, left hand, got it. 2 more for the big guy.
And they're right back into that pressure defense. There we go. Get the ball to the middle of the floor. And just like that, the press is broken. You're back to a single man-to-man half-court defense.
Roseboro kicks it out. There's Sevening. Justice Kilm, he's 0 for 2 from three-point line. He's 0 for 3. Missed off the front end. Rebound to Cornelius Robinson into the game. And Bradshaw couldn't handle that pass. Another substitution. Coach Brunson brings Elijah Perkins back into the game for Bradshaw. Medley is on the bench as well. And we get full court again. Broken a lot better that time.
Got the ball right to the middle, but you can't pick up the ball in the corners.
That's what Justice did, but he did get it in the paint. But then that pass was stolen, and ahead is Haskins with a left hand.
4th turnover. Now the 5th turnover, and Camden gives it right back.
It's relentless, that full court pressure, as we are under a minute to go here in the first. And a 10-point lead for Camden. They're up 15-5 thus far. And that full court generating an awful lot of turnovers.
Yeah, just reverse the basketball. You got to get behind the basketball. There you go. Simple. Get it to the middle. Now make a play. You should turn it over.
That was Owen Eberman, 25 into the ball game for Seneca. And that is a 3 from Rasheer Fleming.
Yeah, that's one thing that I was seeing that was missing in that Mount Verde Academy loss in Florida. 3-point shooting from this Camden team. If you find somebody that can match up with their size and athletic ability on the baseline, who's going to be able to knock down shots besides Sion Medley and DJ Wagner?
Haskins again, count it. Justice fouled him. And a chance for a 3-point play. With 8.9 to go.
Shot by Elijah Perkins, getting in the passing lane. Strong hand, gets that steal, and finishes up with a breakaway.
I'll check that, yep. Elijah Perkins. Who did I give it to? Deshaun Haskins. Perkins, a senior. Short. Rebound off of Wagner, and they're going to say it went off of Seneca.
It's another offensive rebound. I got to give that to DJ.
Grant Sevening was there having a conversation.
Just the hustle. Nobody boxed out 21. That's his 3rd offensive rebound of the game.
Wagner missed. Foul on the way up, though, by Robinson. Cornelius had himself a game, too, when we were here against Lenape last time on BFA.
Yep. Especially in that second half. He's just being aggressive. That full court press, offensive rebounding, and then he actually made a couple of shots from some range.
.8 to go. in the first. Robinson missed them both. Underneath, clock expires. That is the end of the first quarter here tonight from Camden. Panthers up big. They lead 20-5 on BFA.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
The cheerleaders between quarters here tonight at the high. Get ready to start the second quarter. Camden up 20-5 over Seneca. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, and the BFA Sports crew tonight. Our ball game is brought to you by RK Chevrolet of Vineland and Sunrun Solar.
I'll tell you what, after what went over the Martin Luther King holiday weekend and just being humble. You know, I talked to Coach Brunson before the game. He said, look, we got to play better. We can't come out and just, start reading the press clippings and looking what everybody's talking about, how great we are and the star athletes that we have. If we don't come and play basketball the right way, and that starts from the younger kids. I talked to Coach Greg, the JV coach here. He wants to teach these kids how to play basketball the right way. Doesn't matter where you're recruited to, play basketball the right way and good things will happen.
It'll be Seneca inbounding to start the second. That is Tyler Kilm. Sam Justice. Kilm is 0 for 3 from the field tonight. And I'll tell you right now, Coffee, Camden has just locked down the Seneca offense.
Yeah, that may have been bad for the teams in Jersey because they went down and got beat up by some Florida teams. They're not happy about it.
Medley checking back in. Elijah Perkins. Wagner, there's an alley-oop, and it's too far. And Perkins didn't even go try it.
I think he just threw that just a little bit too early.
Turnover.
On that alley-oop because I know, talked to a lot of people around here, assistant coach Dave Williams, number 5's got balance.
Now Kilm. Roseborough's 3, he kicks out. Long outlet, Cornelius. He'll lay it in. 6'4" junior Cornelius Robinson, we talked about him. He got fouled. We didn't hear a whistle at all.
Yeah.
Count the basket. That foul was from official Tim Malloy. You might want to get that another whistle. And a chance for the three-point play. Robinson was 0 for 2 from the line in the first quarter. Boy, did I jinx him.
That's 3 missed free throws. That's another thing that's going to come down to any championship-level team. Can you clean the offensive glass, get rebounds, and can you make your free throws at the end of the game?
Justice is open. Air ball. Camden has it, and it's Haskins to Medley. Robinson backing in. Nice pass underneath, and Haskins is the recipient.
Good job by Haskins finishing that with the left hand on the other side of the rim. No shot blocker in the country is going to be able to contest that if you use the rim smartly like Haskins did.
The lead is blown up to 19. Kilm thought about a 3, but thought better of it. Caleb Roseborough. Justice will try another one. In and out, and a one and done. Medley clears. Wagner in front. No good, but he'll go to the line. He was fouled on the way up.
See the Euro step and the athletic ability by DJ Wagner.
I'm liking your body language, though, each time those Seneca threes go up in the air.
They're getting open looks. They just haven't been able to knock them down. They've been able to move the ball against that half-court trap. But getting those open looks in the wing, you got to make them. It's a make-or-miss league in the NBA that is here in high school when you're playing against a talented team like Camden.
You want to talk about made free throws? 81% from the line for this young man, and 1,000 points that Coach Brunson acknowledged before the game. We didn't even know that. We got to know. You got to talk to him. You know him.
That's just the beginning. The kid's still a junior, Chris. I mean, these coaches in South Jersey have to be pulling their hair out at night, knowing that they're going to have to go against number 21 another season.
2 more for DJ. And it's a 21-point lead with under 6 to go. Kilm had his feet on the line, but still no good. A one and done and a Haskins rebound. This is the sheer Haskins all the way. Then he gives it up. Oh, that was Perkins, and there's Bradshaw with the flush. He's been above the rim 3 times tonight.
See a little 2-3 out of Camden. Look at the wingspan. These guys are extended all over the court. Oh!
Eberman found himself open.
He had a quick split second to get that ball up on the backboard before Bradshaw erased it. The referees gave him the foul call.
Bradshaw got a piece of Eberman, though. He'll go to the line. "6'3". Owen Eberman, Jr. One more. No good. Offensive board, though, for Blessy. Blessy turning and got it.
Big man. He's got 4 in the game. Second chance points.
Medley, that's Perkins. Gives it up. Underneath, Bradshaw bumps. Missed it. He's going to get another shot. And count it. The big fella on the board again, and he'll have a chance to convert the 3-point play.
It's a good job. Sion Medley getting that ball on the wing and just seeing the big fella. Even though there was defenders around, you could just throw the ball up high. He climbs the ladder, gets it, goes under the rim, gets his own putback, and gets the and one opportunity.
We'll talk about another year. Mr. Bradshaw is a junior also.
This is scary. This is scary. I mean, Coach Brunson has built a powerhouse here in Camden, not just in the state, but nationally. This is a team that has to be respected.
22-point lead for the Panthers. Under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, and Justice dribbled it off his leg out of bounds, and yet another Golden Eagle turnover.
That's 8 what I count.
It's going to happen, too. I mean, this pressure defense, and I say it each week, it emulates John Chaney in the matchup zone and how tenacious he was when he went full court. And obviously, Coach Brunson played for him and got it from there.
Tried to run that backdoor lob play for Perkins. It's a good job in the backline defense.
It was shut down, so Wagner tried a penetration. That jumper no good, but the follow is good, and that's Rasheer Fleming. Blessy found himself, didn't realize he had the ball. Roseboro with a little drive, and the runner no good. Blessy's got a board, and 2 more for him. And a timeout, Camden, and it is a full timeout. We'll take it with him, 32-10. 3:45 to go here in the second. It is all Camden tonight. 32-10 our score. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, and the BFA Sports crew here. As Camden, the 7-2 record on the season, taking on 2-6 Seneca. And as Coffee mentioned, those two losses were down south. Two more for Camden. Kilm tries another three, no good. Rebound Fleming, but he telegraphed that pass. And Blessy finds himself underneath, and he got swatted by DJ. But we got a whistle underneath. It went out of bounds if the ball hit the backboard. Hit the pipe underneath. So Seneca will keep possession. 3:12 until halftime. Blessy blocked. And a lot of contact. No calls. In the corner, a steal. Bad pass. And Seneca comes away with it. It's 7-ing. Blessy just got it out to Kilm. .245 to go. Kilm launches a long three. Spills out. A one and done again. Camden up the floor. Nice distribution. Wagner's three is good.
Great job by Sion Medley. Just drive and kick right to the corner. Didn't over-penetrate into the zone. DJ knocks it down.
Motion now for Seneca. 37-10 as we hit 2 minutes to go. Roseboro will try a three. Got it. No body language, and it goes down.
They just moved the ball around that 2-3 trap and got a wide open shot. It finally fell.
Medley tried to answer. He couldn't do it. And off the tap, it'll go to Seneca. With 1:50 to go until halftime, and Camden in control. Up by 24. Coach Brunson did not call the timeout in the first minute, so
yeah, the over.
I lost that one.
Over.
Yeah, I had 29, by the way. The last one was 31 seconds.
Got to keep it at a minute to be a fair bet.
Yeah, he must have heard me. Loose ball, scooped up. Penetration, baseline, a block by Roseboro.
Great block.
90 seconds left. Second quarter.
Two in a row. Oh.
Roseboro will try the middle.
Oh, I like
Good penetration, couldn't get the finish. And this is Wagner going right by Kilm to the hoop. No.
That's great defense.
And then Kilm down the other end feeds Roseboro, and he'll go to the line. That hustle will put him to the free throw line. Foul by Medley.
I like what I'm seeing from the young fella. 32 is coming to play. He's not worried about the rankings, what Max Preps 247 Sports says. He's coming to play hard for that name on the front of his uniform.
One more for Roseboro. Caleb's only a sophomore. And I think he's cut. The officials just put Roseboro to the Seneca sideline. Yeah, he is cut.
Yeah.
And he'll have to be 10-2. How fast can we get Nick Penza over there to see if he can see it? So in this situation, they have a chance to clean it up, and they do. And Roseboro will get one more. Whoops. And Medley's called out of the paint. One more for Caleb Roseborough. Lead is 23. We tick down to a minute to go until halftime. Medley feeds Haskins. No good on the roll. Up in the air, controlled. Another opportunity, no, but a foul was called. I believe that foul was on Grant 70. And that is the 7th team foul, and that will put Camden in the bonus situation. Only 2 fouls the Panthers committed, but 7 Seneca was whistled for. Speaking of fouls and penalties, didn't take much Sunday, did it?
I'm not gonna comment on that. It was pretty ugly.
Now,
It was pretty ugly down there for the Eagles.
now, what's ugly is the aftermath, unfortunately, and we'll get into that.
Maybe it was the storm.
Yeah, but still.
You know, Camden goes down, Florida teams. It was just a struggle this week. It was just a bad time for, the greater Philadelphia area to play Florida teams. And you get humbled, you got to come back and bounce back.
Perkins 3 misses everything, but Haskins has a board. Medley's open. That 3 is short. And then Perkins, and they're just out hustling them now.
That's 10 offensive rebounds. You're not going to beat any team. You're not going to beat a JV team. You give up 10 offensive rebounds and 11 second chance points for the Camden Panthers already.
Down to 20 seconds. Medley with 10. Spins, air ball, 7 seconds. Haskins had it blocked. And another chance, though, with 5.7 to go.
End of the day, 11th offensive rebound. Who's going to get this final shot? 5 seconds left. Coach Brunson trying to set up for a play.
That's Medley on the inbound. Perkins with 2 seconds, no good. Rebound, no good. It beat the buzzer, and it goes out of play, and that'll end the first half. Big opening 16 minutes for the Panthers, and they lead 37-14. Halftime next here on BFA.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
It's so easy. They basically said, look, you can get a no money down lease. Sunrun comes in, puts in the panels, puts in the batteries, takes care of everything. And the price that you pay for your electricity is going to end up being cheaper than what you're going to get from the utility. So to my mind, it's a no-brainer. I actually can't wait to go out and tell my friends about this.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Welcome back to Camden. This is DeJuan Wagner Court. As we get ready, 37-14, Camden in front. It's been all Panthers, and it's the recipe has never changed. It's that incredible pressure, full court, and the athleticism that has put the Panthers out to a big lead as we start the second half. And that's Wagner right off the bat. Misses a three. Haskins way up high for that board. And a reset.
12th offensive rebound for the Camden High Panthers in this game.
See, that's one of the recipes, the ingredients. The other one is the turnovers that they've forced, and it's in double digits already for Seneca. There's two more for Medley. Not in double figures yet. Yeah, 7. Same starting 5 for the Eagles. That 3 no good. And a clear out. That's Perkins dishing off. Wagner's 3 in and out. Bradshaw had it, lost it. And this one goes all the way to the half-court line, but they're going to say not a half-court violation. Haskins' 3 is short. Rebound underneath. Using glass. DJ gets 2 more.
Quiet 6 points in the first half for DJ Wagner, but this game is not about stats. Talked to DJ before the game. He told me, I'm just here to win. I just want to win this game.
Averaged 25 before he went down the south. That 3-game trip. Blessy and somebody hit the deck, and a foul was called, and Blessy's going to go to the line. Meanwhile, Tyler Keelum hit the deck.
Yeah, Blessy played fairly well in that first half. He had 6 points, couple offensive rebounds, couple good defensive plays where he didn't get the block, but he just stood tall, altered the shot at the basket.
It was Bradshaw's first team foul. And Blessy will get 1 more.
I don't get it, Chris. I'm a football player. And these kids are way more athletic than I was on the basketball court in high school. But I can make free throws.
1 out of 2 for Blessy.
Coach Kinnamore wouldn't let us leave practice until you made 20 free throws. You had to run if you didn't make them in 2 minutes. I ran a lot.
Perkins faced a double team. Medley from out top. Missed that. Rebound tapped around. Great control by Perkins. Elijah Perkins. Lead is 28. So you're saying you weren't as athletic as some.
I was a football player. You know, I want to block
That's your
every shot.
excuse.
I'm going to foul out.
That's your excuse.
I did have 20 and 17 against Reseda High School in my final game. Got me all Mid-Valley selection, second team. I will represent.
There are many name droppers in the world. You are a stat dropper.
That's right. That's right. Gilbert Arenas is in our division, too.
Foul in the backcourt. Nah, that's a name.
He had 30 on us, but it's all right. It's all right. We fought him. I had 9 that game.
Foul was called on Caleb Roseboro. Those are the 5 out there for Seneca. Sam Justice, Grant Sevening, Caleb Roseboro, Tiernan Blessy. Who would I miss? Tyler Kilm. Camden has Sion Medley. That's DJ Wagner. Aaron Bradshaw, Bashir Haskins, and Elijah Perkins.
It's like the movement of that entire offensive set. DJ starts it off. They try to run a backdoor screen as you get a bank shot for 3 from Justice at the top. But after the back doors, DJ sets the screen for it. It's not there. He continues moving, gets to the corner. Medley hits him with the ball in rhythm, and he knocks it down.
28-point lead for the Panthers, and look out.
These kids are too young, but if you're going to gamble, you can go to Live Casino and do that, especially with Bradshaw. You go for a steal and don't get it, it's going to be a dunk.
And on the replay, that's just one of those things.
Good screen by DJ. Gamble for the steal, and you get a two-handed slam.
Back to live action. 4:20 left in the third. 7-inch three is off the front edge. No good. Rebound pulled down by Perkins, and Elijah to the hoop. Nice dish. They are running the Eagles out of the building tonight.
Yeah, I told to Coach Weiler, he said, look, we got some tough games ahead of us and some teams that we think that is more commensurate with our competition level.
And Rick Brunson calls a timeout. 4 minutes to go in the third.
See running the floor, coming down the lane. Perkins just drops off a dime, and Bradshaw does the right thing as the big man. You teach him, go up strong.
How was your trip to Tampa?
Tampa was fun. I did the Hula Bowl.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun down in Florida. Wasn't good for the Eagles, but right now it's not good for the Golden Eagles of Seneca as they're getting beat on 50-18.
When you land, did you land in the Tampa?
We went in Orlando.
Okay.
We went in Orlando. I went in Orlando on Monday.
It's only an hour and a half.
Wasn't too bad. Spent all week down there. Me and Tanisha hung out. Brought my assistant Harrison Brown down there. Jaws had his grandson down there with us.
Is that the pictures you posted on Facebook?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Went to Disney World. Got on one ride.
Which one?
This little kiddie go-kart thing.
Did you break it?
I did. I barely fit in it. It took me a while to get out, but 85-minute wait for Space Mountain, man. Come on.
Oh, you
I got to get the fast pass. I should have brought Jaws with us. Jaws didn't go with us. Jaws went to golf. We could have walked right up. But, you know, it's all right. It's all right.
I got to tell you something. 85 minutes, well worth it. The best roller coaster ever. And it's got nothing to do with the, I guess what, the incline, steepness, and there's Cornelius Robinson underneath.
Good pass by Sion Medley. Good movement around the top of the key, just passing the ball around. You get the duck in, you get the layup.
Roseboro, every shot contested. DJ with a clear, and he tried to find Rasheer Fleming out of bounds. Turnover goes back to Seneca. Anyway, no, it's not the
It's in the dark. This Space Mountain's awesome.
Oh, it's the music. It's the music. It's the dark. It's what you see. It's what you hear. It's the best.
I'm not used to a 20, 25-minute wait. 85 minutes. The park is only open for about 8 hours. You can't spend an hour and a half, 2 hours in line for one ride.
There's a basket for Owen Eberman. I don't know. I would do it. Medley and a three goes for him. He's in double figures. It's a 35-point lead, and guess what, my friends? That's going to trigger a running clock. Kilm's three short. And the rebound to the Panthers. Medley again. Wagner through everybody. A nice drive. He's got two more.
Look up. DJ will start to fill up the stat sheet in a hurry. I got him down for 13 already.
Justice launches a three. Barely got iron. Up ahead. There is Rasheer Fleming throwing it down. And the Panthers are on fire.
After that, you got to take a timeout. Fifth rebound by DJ Wagner. Look at the big fella. Run the floor and then get vertical. The Panthers are rolling. They're starting to get back to their old ways, causing turnovers, quick shots, and getting out on the break and transition.
30-second timeout was taken by Seneca, and you're right. I mean, it doesn't matter the score. Why call the timeout after a play like that?
Well, you just got to break momentum. You got to be able to teach and talk to your kids. Obviously, they're getting a little more tired. This team can go up and down. They haven't been pressing. They've been playing that 2-3 kind of a matchup zone, being able to trap in the corners on Camden. So you got to find a way to get some other guys and have some teaching moments, and I don't blame the Seneca coaching staff. Look, you got to play hard. You still got a lot to play for.
Sure. 59 for Camden. And one of the things in the 2 losses down south. The games were in the 40s. Camden's output was in the 40s. Calvary Christian put it on them worse than Montverde.
Yeah, Montverde, the game it got ugly, 14-2 run. Multiple offensive rebounds is what killed Camden when I watched the beginning of that game. If you cannot control your defensive glass, you're not going to win not even the state championship, let alone a national championship.
Down to 1:45 to go in the third. Panthers are running Seneca out of the gym. And here's Wagner hanging. Missed that. Well, that's not Wagner. I think that he did clear the bench. Luis Cosme. High off the glass. Look at Robinson. And a turnover. Quamir Amin, number 3 into the game. We'll see if we can get everybody's mentioned. Look out, looks like Cosme hit the deck there.
Oh, good steal.
A great steal. And a hang and 2.
This Camden team starting to clear their bench, get some of the backups in the game.
In and out 3 from Roseboro as we have 44 seconds left. And Rick Brunson is going to call another timeout. We want to get everybody. Hang on a second. We want to get everybody. So let's see. So 3 is Rodney Barge.
Yes, sir.
All right. And who else? Was there a 55 on the floor? We don't have a 55. We'll straighten it all out when we come back. 44 seconds left in the third.
In 2010, I had noticed that there had been a lot of my friends and neighbors going into residential solar. We talked to a company that had left a brochure on our door. They're a contractor for Sunrun, called them up, and they told us all of the benefits and all the different options that we had for financing solar. I really like the fact that we can lock in our rates for 20 years. We had wanted something that was energy efficient, and this just kind of complemented that. Mainly because it's the right thing to do for the environment, but also the fringe benefit is it saves money in the long run. It leaves cash available to save for their future, for college expenses, which is also continuing to inflate and increase over time. So yeah, it definitely makes us more comfortable with raising 2 kids.
Sunrun and RK Chevrolet, Subaru, and Kia of Vineland sponsor Camden basketball here on BFA. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, the crew here tonight. We're inside of a minute left in the third, and it has been all Camden. Seneca in possession. That's Tyler Kiln.
Look at Barge. Look at Barge extend. This guy wants some more playing time. They're taking pride in this end of the court, and you see that.
7ing, wild shot, no good.
Oh, Jay Wright of Villanova will be proud of that defensive effort.
Cornelius Robinson doing some dirty work.
And that's what he does. He's one of those glue guys. He's playing the center position, the back line of that 2-3 zone right now. Big fella runs the floor, gets the rebound.
2 seconds. Kiln, no good at the horn. And we're through 3 here in Camden. The Panthers have a 43-point lead. The fourth quarter is next on BFA. All right.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Jason. $63-20. Start of the fourth quarter here on BFA. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, and the BFA Sports crew here tonight, bringing you Camden Panthers basketball. By the way, what was the final tally of viewers in our opening broadcast here?
I don't have enough shoes, fingers, and toes to count them up.
Oh, we're over 10,000.
I heard 11. Just talking to Douglas and the crew, I heard 11,000 people watch that opening broadcast. And right now, especially with just family and faculty only allowed in the gym, we're going to keep our viewership high. And obviously, we're looking forward to later on in this month going down to Allentown, do some big things down there against Sierra Canyon in that tournament.
Fourth quarter. Seneca in possession. They just have not been able to operate at all tonight as Kilm finds a free one. He gets on the scoreboard.
Kilm actually hit an opening three to start the game. Ever since then, he's gone about 0 for 7.
And we believe 55 is Jason Smalls. No good. Offensive rebound, and that three is good.
Barge.
From Barge.
And you can see the entire bench, all of those seniors, number 1 team in the state, they get on their feet when they see Barge, the underclassman, knock down that shot.
Gilm stepped into one, but elected not to take it. Roseboro, that was an ugly shot from the beginning.
Oh, good hustle to save it.
How about that? And off the hustle, 7 missed, but Owen Eberman with a great effort to keep that play alive. Let's see.
Good bucket, good pick and roll. You see Cosme, he was playing with the JV team the last time we were here, came up, played with the varsity, even got a bucket in that game. He comes with a nice pick and roll and finishes at the rim.
68 for Camden. Kilm will fire a three. Got it.
I can see Coach Brunson get mad. Cosme, the young fella, he's out on the wing. That's your job as a defender, especially in that 2-3 zone. You got to have your responsibilities.
Off the screen, and that's Jason Smalls to the basket. And Camden put up a 70 tonight. And we still have 5:50 to go.
You see the defense is still playing hard. Coach Brunson is not going to allow you to touch his floor if you're not going to play on this end.
Justice.
There we go.
Fine 70, but it was blocked by Glenn King.
Way to rotate, Glenn.
How about that?
A little English on that, little Kyrie Irving spinning it off the glass.
It's a shame we do not have a 25 on the roster.
I got Teron Murray at my 25.
Okay, as Kilm hits that three. That puts Kilm in double figures. He leads the Seneca scorers. Small. Might have been a travel there, no call there, but there is a foul against Seneca. Sorry, Teron Murray, 23. All right, let's see who we got in the game now. 30 is Luis Cosme, 25 is Teron Murray, 14 Glenn King, 3 Rodney Barge, and who am I missing? Did I get everybody? I think I got everybody, right?
Smalls, I think.
Jason Smalls, 55, yep. And for Seneca, Tyler Kilm, 23, 32 is Caleb Roseboro. Look at King.
I see him. I like the way he got low as he posted up.
He is the king.
Those days in the weight room, they're going to pay off for you.
Roseboro rattles a three.
He hasn't found a shot he didn't like. I talked to him pregame, just walking in warm-up, say, hey, you scared? He looked at me and said, nah, we're going to have some fun.
Do they play football? Do you ask these kids, do they play football as well? I know you do.
Some of them you can just tell. You got to be honest with yourself.
Teron Murray, long distance. A whistle and a timeout, Seneca. 4.5 left. It's a full timeout. We're back after this.
It's so easy. They basically said, look, you can get a no money down lease. Sunrun comes in, puts in the panels, puts in the batteries, takes care of everything. And the price that you pay for your electricity is going to end up being cheaper than what you're going to get from the utility. So to my mind, it's a no-brainer. I actually can't wait to go out and tell my friends about this.
Special offer with the QR code from Sunrun. A no-brainer, solar. I have it.
Smart man.
Yeah. 4.5 to go here in the fourth. Chris Losey, Coffee Jones, our BFA Sports crew here tonight. Watching Camden getting back in the rhythm. With 4:25 to go, and Seneca's in possession.
Listen, that kid has not found a shot.
He didn't
He
like.
hasn't like. He's pulled and he's knocked down the last two. Talk about a 30-point blowout.
King couldn't control that offensive board, and a rebound to Seneca. Under 4 to go, that's Sam Justice.
Get the ball to Caleb Roseboro. He hasn't missed in his last 2 shots. Where I'm from, you make 2 in a row, you shoot till you miss.
Teron Murray came out on him, and Teron Murray fouled him. Foul call from Tim Malloy. 3:40 left. What is entertaining you?
Just the way these kids are playing hard. Look at this. You think it's a 2-point ball game the way Camden's closing out in these shots.
Justice buries a 3.
His second 3-point shot of the game. Good ball movement. You close out late. Dangerous pass, but he got through there.
Cosme, ill-advised, and it winds up being a turnover.
Pull it.
Here's Kilm from the parking lot.
Pull it. Pull it. Get your name in the stat sheet. Hey, look, there's a lot to play for. You can be the leading scorer of the game.
Yeah, it's between him and Roseboro. I've got him for 12. What do you got for Roseboro?
Roseboro. I got 8. He's got 2 threes. Had DJ Wagner for 13 before he checked out.
Teron Murray got a hot hand tonight.
And 14 from the big fella, Mr. Aaron Bradshaw.
5 of them were
dunks. Hey, get the passing lane.
Smalls got in front of that. Justice is able to recover, and then we've got kickball violation. So Seneca will keep it with 2:18 to go. Why no running clock? Interesting. Kilm with 2 minutes left. He's hitting it again.
You know, early in that first half, I said to myself, most left-handed people can shoot. He's putting up shots. He was about 0 for 9 in a stretch, and he's knocked down a few back-to-back here.
I'll bet you he's a pitcher. Out of bounds, turnover. Seneca gets it with 1:54 left.
You're getting James Harden numbers, but hey, you got to fill it up. Put shots up. You're playing the #1 team in the state. I'm shooting it. Every time I touch it, you're not getting it back.
They are partying like it's 1999. Minute 55 to go.
But I know no matter what this box score says, Coach Brunson, Dave Williams, the rest of the staff are going to go back to work tomorrow and get on these kids to keep them humble and realize you were just better than this team. There's a lot of mistakes that they made and a lot of things they can get better at going forward in this season.
And for Coach Weiler and Seneca, they've got a matchup hosting Lenape on Thursday.
Same Lenape team we've seen here against Camden. They're up to number 4 in the state of New Jersey, so it doesn't get any easier for the Golden Eagles.
You talked to Coach Brunson before the game?
Yes, sir.
Will he allow you to interview a player, or is it just going to be him?
I'd like to talk to Mr. Bradshaw if we can get the big fella over here.
Justice ripped that one away from King and winds up with another basket.
We'll go on a limb and say Sam Justice plays football too.
Aha.
I'm just speculating. If he doesn't, he should. Bad recruiting by the football coach. He's right there in your building.
Teron Murray's got a hot hand. And the timeout from Coach Brunson in an 84-45 ball game.
Yeah, Coach wanted to teach them something. Listen, we don't need to take a shot right there, especially that early in the possession. There's a reason why Coach Brunson is a legend in the country in high school basketball, because he is going to stay on these kids and make them better men and better basketball players when they leave here.
Final minute of play here tonight. A reminder, BFA continues our high school broadcasting package. We're at Alma on Thursday, Our Lady of Mercy Academy girls. 5:30 tip. Join us then. I believe it's against Egg Harbor Township. 35 seconds to go. That's quite an atmosphere, Coffee, down there. .25 seconds left. Seneca with substitution, but it's number 11, and we don't have a number 11 in the scorebook. We don't have a number 11 on the roster, so we're going to call him Jake. Right?
He's going to get plucked. He's going to get rid of the ball.
Come on, Jake.
5-second call.
And did he get a 5? No, they got a
he
foul.
got a foul.
Bailed him out with a foul.
Teron Murray.
Teron Murray. 3 seconds left. I thought that would be good, right, Jake? And then hopefully he'll go work at some insurance company. Justice will launch it at the buzzer. And that ends tonight's proceedings in Camden. Most efficient, very dominant, and they win going away. 84-45 is the final tonight from Camden. When we come back, we'll have coffee, hopefully with the coach and maybe even a player. All that and more on the post game here on BFA.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
It's so easy. They basically said, look, you can get a no money down lease. Sunrun comes in, puts in the panels, puts in the batteries, takes care of everything. And the price that you pay for your electricity is going to end up being cheaper than what you're going to get from the utility. So to my mind, it's a no-brainer. I actually can't wait to go out and tell my friends about this.
It's Coffee Jones back here with our BFA Sports Player of the Game, Mr. Bradshaw. You had 14 points today, but you came into the season with 30 blocks. What does Coach Brunson talk to you about defensively and being that leader on the defensive end?
He's been telling me, like, just goaltend everything and try to go at everything because, like, like right now, he said, I'm like, this came out his mind. He said one of the best shot blockers in my class right now, and he just been telling me, like, go at it because he believe in me.
So you guys have been feeding you. I mean, you almost tore the rim down today. I mean, you're putting the ball up strong. What does he talk to you about the physicality? I know some of the kids may not be as tall as you, but they're a little bigger. How have you been able to play so physical in the first few games?
He told me, like, that's one thing. He believed in me. Like, Coach Rick, he didn't have to draw no special play for me. He just said, once you get that rebound, go up. You had the freedom to just go up. You don't got to pass it out, kick it out, nothing. You just go up.
So, lastly, what's the mindset of the team going forward? You had a tough week, took a couple losses, got humbled a little bit, but what do you see yourself and your team going forward?
I see myself in the team, feel me? I feel like we're going to win a championship, and, like, I feel like we really a good team when we come together.
Good. Well, Aaron Bradshaw, congratulations, 14 points, our BFA Player of the Game. We'll see you guys right after this break.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
It's so easy. They basically said, look, you can get a no money down lease. Sunrun comes in, puts in the panels, puts in the batteries, takes care of everything. And the price that you pay for your electricity is going to end up being cheaper than what you're going to get from the utility. So to my mind, it's a no-brainer. I actually can't wait to go out and tell my friends about this.
(84-45) the final here tonight, and Camden just did everything that Seneca was hoping that they couldn't do. They couldn't keep the score in the 40s. They couldn't keep them out of the turnover problem, and that is a recipe for the Panthers, who were very impressive tonight.
Double-digit turnovers on the Camden defensive side, being able to use that press, and then they backed it off, 2-3, half-court trap, getting in the zones, getting in those lanes, arms extended. You talked about Mr. Bradshaw, our player of the game, blocking shots. He had a couple blocks. DJ Wagner came with a couple block shots. And then on the offensive glass, 20 offensive rebounds for Camden. That's too much for any team to overcome. When you talk about the size, Bradshaw, DJ Wagner with 13 points, Sion Medley, the other guys filled in. The backups, the young kids got in the game. You see the bench erupt. This is a loaded team. They got humbled this past week. Now their minds are back focused on winning a championship.
And you mentioned it more than one time on the broadcast, what happened to Camden when their trip down south. They got beat on the offensive glass. They corrected that tonight in a big way.
They all rebounded. You've seen 4 or 5 yellow shirts in the paint when every shot went up. They closed out. They expanded the defense when you close out the shots, and you collapse the defense to secure the rebound.
Aaron Bradshaw, what did you get from your conversation with him?
The kid loves playing basketball. He loves having fun. He loves playing defense, blocking shots. He wants to be one of the best shot blockers in the country. He said that. I mean, you talk about some guys that's gone to Georgetown, the Patrick Ewings and Alonzo Mournings. That's what he reminds me of, and it allows this defense to play up on people when they have the ball, knowing that you got the big fella behind them.
For the first time in 7 years with Coffee Jones, you look small.
We did take a selfie with him. I was looking up at the big fella.
Can't wait to see that. All right, big man, good to see you as always. Our entire BFA Sports crew is here. Tonight's game was produced by David Virgilio, directed by Doug Stasic. On the camera, we've got Charles Hope, the best 50-yard line man in the business, Nick Penza. And
he's got to be the best mid-court guy in the business now.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to be the best mid-court guy.
Nick's the best wedding guy in the business.
That's right.
The executive producers of BFA Sports are Brian Murray, Al Fisher, Doug Stasic. For the entire crew, for my man Coffee, Chris Losey, thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you Thursday night at Alma for our Lady of Mercy Academy girls basketball. Till then, Camden is a winner tonight big, and they're 8-2 on the season. Take care.
Good job.